back on it.
Back on the horse. Couldn't even play it. Hey, that's
See the deer?
that helps. Stops the thinking.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't A90s. That's all we'll need. Yeah, if we do that, that's all we need. It's easy to stop.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brendan Gillen. Bonjour, messieurs, dames. Je m'appelle Brendan Gillen. Je vous souhaite, au nom de l'Université McGill, la bienvenue à la collation des grades 2018 pour la Faculté des Sciences d'Éducation. I welcome you on behalf of McGill University to this afternoon's 2018 Convocation, Faculty of Education. The ceremony will start shortly. Dans un instant, je vais vous souligner plusieurs moments importants dans le déroulement de la cérémonie. In just a moment, I'm going to rehearse a few of the salient points in the unfolding of the ceremony, but first, may I ask you to join me in giving a very warm round of applause to the Brian Sand Quintet. If I may also take another moment of your time, this is the 12th of 14 convocations. This is the last that's being done on campus, downtown campus. And I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank all those who volunteered to help us out, from student services, university services, the various faculty ambassadors, the ushers, the audiovisual team, and of course the security officers that have been here. Please join me in a round of applause. One other brief announcement before I go through the details of the ceremony, which will be brief. I've been asked by Dean Dilson Rassier of the Faculty of Education to extend an invitation to the graduates and their friends and family to attend a reception afterwards up at the Faculty of Education in the lobby of the building on McTavish, 3700 McTavish. I'm sure you'll have no problem finding the location. C'est juste une invitation aux diplômés d'aujourd'hui qu'il y a une réception après la collation des grades dans la faculté d'éducation et vous êtes invités avec vos amis et votre famille. La cérémonie commencera avec l'entrée du cortège d'honneur et terminera avec sa sortie. Au moment de son entrée, je vais vous demander de vous lever. So the ceremony will begin with the arrival of the platform party and will end with its departure. And as it enters, or just before it enters, I'll ask you all to stand. Une fois le cortège est installé sur la tribune, la docteure Tracy Smith-Bissett chantera l'hymne de l'université. So once the members of the platform party have taken their places on stage, Dr. Tracy Smith-Bissett will sing the hymn, the university hymn. Le chancelier Michael Meehan, aussi bien que la principale Suzanne Fortier, vous adresseront chacun un bref discours, suivi par l'allocution de Peter Salovey, qui aura tout juste reçu son doctorat honoris causa. So the Chancellor and the Principal will each say a few words, which will be followed then by the convocation address given by Peter Salovey, who will have just received his honorary doctorate. Après la remise des diplômes, la secrétaire générale Adita Rogowska prononcera quelques remarques de clôture et la docteure Tracy Smith-Bissett chantera l'hymne national. So once the diplomas have been conferred, the Secretary General Edith Rogowska will say a few closing remarks and Dr. Tracy Smith-Bissett will sing the national anthem. Le cortège d'honneur partira en premier, suivi par les diplômés en commençant par l'avant et en passant vers l'arrière. The platform party will leave first, and then afterwards, those recently diplomaed students will then rise and start from the front row, moving towards the back, and leave. J'invite le doyen des étudiants, Chris Buttle, à vous informer des mesures de sécurité mises en place dans l'éventualité très peu probable d'une urgence. So I now invite the Dean of Students, Chris Buttle, to apprise you of the various measures that have been put in place in the very unlikely event that there is an emergency.
Good afternoon, everyone. Let's try that again. Good afternoon, everyone. Much better. Welcome to McGill and to this year's Convocation. We're very pleased you're here today, and congratulations on all the graduating students and family, and friends. My name is Chris Buttle, and I have the most exciting role today to tell you about our emergency evacuation procedures. Bienvenue à McGill à la cérémonie de collation de grade de cette année. Je m'appelle Chris Buttle et on m'a demandé à vous informer les procédures d'évacuation d'urgence mises en place. If an evacuation is required, the registrar will make an announcement and you'll be required to leave the tent. Please follow the instructions of security officers and ushers. Please don't follow the graduating students. They'll be evacuated to a different location. You'll be guided to either the field across the street that way or to a designated evacuation shelter. The colored lines on the roadway outside of the tent correspond to the color of your chair. So you can observe the color of your chair. We're very clever here. The line will take you to your evacuation shelter. Please be careful leaving the tent. Leave all baby strollers behind, but don't forget the babies. You may certainly refer to the evacuation map on your program, and it's being projected on the screen right now. Once the emergency is over, announcements will be made and information will be posted on the McGill website. Si une évacuation de lieu devenait nécessaire, le registrar en ferait l'annonce. Vous devrez alors quitter la tente. Suivez l'instruction de placiers et des agents de sécurité. Ne suivez pas les diplômés car ils seront dirigés vers un autre pavillon. Les placiers et agents de sécurité vous dirigeront soit sur le terrain en face de tente ou, en cas de mauvais temps, vers un bâtiment dédié. Le tracé coloré sur la rue face à la tente correspond à la coloré de votre siège et vous mène au propre bâtiment. Laissez toutes les poussettes sur place. Vous trouvez un plan d'évacuation en verso de programme qui vous a été remis. Une fois la situation d'urgence passée, des annonces seront faites en placement d'évacuation pour vous indiquer ensuite et l'information se sera aussi publiée sur le site mcgill.ca. Je vous remercie de votre attention et félicitations aux diplômés. Thank you for your attention. Well done, class. Have a wonderful day and congratulations to everyone. And I like to hear all that clapping for an evacuation speech. It bodes well for that this afternoon when students cross the stage. Now, just before the platform party arrives, I'd like you to turn your attention to the screen, and there'll be a short video for you to watch, and then we'll get things started. Thank you.
Gracia. I did honors in Latin American Studies and International Development.
My name is Akil Varani and I'm a visual artist and graphic designer based in Montreal.
Je m'appelle Guillaume Drouin-Garneau, je suis ancien de McGill. J'ai gradué en 2012.
Once I graduated, I really wanted to find a way to stay connected with the university. I did some research and found the McGill Women's Alumni Association. It really spoke to me because of their mission to highlight what female grads have been contributing to the community.
Ma participation au sein du club cycliste de McGill, je pense qu'on est une super belle gang, puis encore aujourd'hui, on voit des anciens, des jeunes qui sont étudiants, puis on fait des sorties ensemble, on partage une passion. Donc...
I've spoken at homecoming events, the McGill Young Alumni Association.
How I got involved with the mentor-mentee program with the McGill Alumni Association was actually I was trying to find a way to give my time to McGill.
I definitely recommend any mentorship program, and whether it's having a connection to other people or advice from someone who's been through it.
Through McGill Connect, I was introduced to this global network of McGill alumni who I had something in common with. I made the decision that London, England would be best for me to kickstart my career.
I want to wish the graduating class all the best of luck.
This is the beginning of a very exciting new chapter in your life.
Bonne chance à tous. Je vous souhaite du succès dans vos projets futurs. Have fun, enjoy the ride, and be patient.
So the platform party is assembling, and let me just take this moment to ask people to put their cell phones on vibration mode and to remind you that these exits here are emergency exits and only be used in the event of an emergency. And thirdly, if people would be careful not to use the far aisle on your left, on my right, because that's where we line up students, and the less traffic we have that's not students lining up, the easier it is for us, and we really appreciate it. Donc juste un petit rappel d'éteindre vos téléphones cellulaires. Deuxièmement, les issues ici sont des issues de secours, donc on ne les utilise pas sauf en cas d'urgence. Et dernièrement, l'allée à gauche, sur la droite, essayez de ne pas l'utiliser, de laisser libre pour nous, parce qu'on est en train de mettre en ligne les diplômés qui vont monter sur la tribune. Donc, et ça va commencer d'ici quelques instants. Merci. So they're about to come down, so the part of the aesthetic effect is to hear the bagpipe in the distance as they approach. So we'll have a few, probably just about 10 seconds of silence, and you'll be able to hear the bagpipe. Please rise. Levez-vous, s'il vous plaît.
Please be seated. Veuillez vous asseoir. Thank you, Dr. Smith-Bassett. Good afternoon, graduating students, families, and friends. As Chancellor and on behalf of McGill University, I welcome you today to celebrate the class of 2018 and the students graduating from the Faculty of Education. Bon après-midi à tous les diplômés, proches et amis. À titre de chancelier et au nom de l'Université McGill, je vous souhaite la bienvenue sur notre magnifique campus du centre-ville, afin de célébrer la cérémonie de collation de grade 2018 et de souligner les réalisations des diplômés de la Faculté des sciences de l'éducation. Let me begin by offering my sincere congratulations to each and every one of you. En cette journée mémorable, c'est un immense honneur pour moi d'être ici et de vivre avec vous cette étape importante de votre vie. I have a keen appreciation of the importance of this day and the memories you will keep all through your life. Because once upon a time, when the dinosaurs ruled the land, I was sitting in the audience just like you at a graduating class here at McGill. I'd taken much the same journey as you to arrive at this day, although in my case, I remember calling my friends on a rotary dial phone, writing essays on a typewriter, and taking my graduation photos with a film camera. And some considerable time later, I returned to McGill as the parent of graduates, 2 graduates. And like all parents here today, I was beaming with pride. Et maintenant, à titre de chancelier, j'ai le privilège d'assister aux cérémonies de collation des grades chaque année. Nous pouvons donc affirmer, sans crainte de nous tromper, que ces cérémonies n'ont plus de secret pour moi. But whether as a graduate or a parent or a chancellor, the occasion remains a richly deserved celebration of hard work, commitment, sacrifice, and achievement. So bravo, well done to all of you. Now, one of the traditions of Convocation is for older people, like me, to offer advice to younger people, like you. And make no mistake, like many older people, I love giving advice. But I thought this year I'd turn it around and do something different. I think the term is disruptive. The fact is, I think the class of 2018 has a lot of good advice for me and others of my vintage. So I'd like to take this occasion to tell you about some of the things I've learned from you over the past years. I've learned that if you have a good idea, you can act on it very quickly. Could be starting a new business venture, or helping your community, or rallying people around a worthy cause. There are many, many examples in this audience of graduates who have taken action, used social media, crowdfunding, and other tools to make good things happen. I've also learned that traditional fields of study or expertise or even experience don't pigeonhole our students or restrict their initiatives. On the contrary, our graduates are probably the most connected class in the history of McGill. You routinely reach out across disciplines, fields of study, campuses, the community, and even time zones to collaborate and work with others. And I've learned that no community or person in need is off limits to the compassion of graduates. You dedicate your time and volunteer your efforts to myriad causes: devastated communities, wrongfully convicted Canadians, environmental challenges, student caregivers, mental health, the plight of the homeless, patients in local hospitals, and your fellow students. These are great qualities, and I could easily stop right now, sit down, and say thank you, and probably that's what you're wishing I'd do. But As Chancellor, I'm contractually obliged to add my 2 cents worth. So to these qualities, I'd add a few very traditional and non-disruptive suggestions for your consideration. You may find that even at the speed of internet, you can run into roadblocks or hurdles, even or often in the form of rules or processes. Those hurdles slow things down, and it can be very frustrating. Sometimes being patient can seem like a colossal waste of time, but be patient anyway. Being patient doesn't mean being complacent. It just means taking a longer route to your final destination. Sometimes the desire to achieve a goal or make your voice known can run into opposition or contrary points of view. When you have a strong viewpoint, compromise may be the last thing you want to do. But compromise anyway. Because sometimes when you don't get exactly what you want, you get exactly what is required. Compromise sure isn't perfect, but it does work. And sometimes the age of social media can render you absolutely furious at people who shout you down or reduce debate to insults. That can make you so angry that you can't imagine showing those people the least bit of kindness. But be kind anyway. A world based on escalating anger isn't really much of a world. Sometimes you have to back away from harsh words and outrage in order to make a better and more compassionate society. Our world needs more, much more diverse voices, much more thoughtful discourse, much more tolerance and understanding, and more kind words and less rancor. Il y a quelques années, alors qu'un bon nombre d'entre vous amorçaient le parcours universitaire, les poètes canadiens Patrick Lane et Lorna Crozier recevaient un doctorat honorifique de l'Université McGill. Ils ont prononcé leur allocution sous forme de poème et demandaient aux nouveaux diplômés « Où trouverez-vous maintenant ce qui nourrira votre existence ?» I think that much of what you've learned in these years at McGill will sustain you. Your knowledge, your friendships, your experience, and yes, your connection with McGill. So do keep finding ways of sharing your creativity with others. Do act on good ideas and good intentions. Do keep your hearts open to your friends and supporters here at McGill. Because wherever you go in the world, this will always be your home. We will always cheer your successes and accomplishments. So do stay in touch, not just today, but throughout your journey as a McGill graduate. I hope this day is both a joyous ending and an auspicious beginning for each of you. And thanks very much for your good advice. Merci.
Bienvenue aux finissants de 2018. Welcome to the graduating class of 2018. I'm joined here today by your families and your friends, by our Chancellor, the Chair of our Board, our governors, by our distinguished honorary degree recipient, award recipients, by special guests and esteemed colleagues. We're here together to say how proud we are of you and of everything that has brought you here today. C'est pour nous tous un immense bonheur de vous féliciter pour vos accomplissements et votre persévérance. Today is a very special day. Enjoy it and take time to celebrate. Also, do take time to look around you. There are a lot of people who've been there for you, supporting you, cheering for you. So I will ask the class of 2018 to stand up, please, and you give a big round of applause for all these people who've been there for you. Merci beaucoup. Thank you. Merci. let's take the time also to be grateful and to celebrate the great gift that was given to each one of us, human intelligence. You know, there's a lot of talk these days about intelligence, and in particular about artificial intelligence. It seems that not a day goes by before we hear or see these two letters, AI. And indeed, un instant, comme vous le savez, ce qui nous semblait de la science-fiction il n'y a pas très longtemps fait maintenant partie de nos vies quotidiennes. Des machines, des robots qui sont capables d'accomplir des tâches qui, dans le passé, étaient accomplies seulement par nous, des algorithmes qui peuvent aller puiser dans des énormes banques de données et en tirer des connaissances, et des logiciels qui semblent pouvoir prédire tous nos désirs. In the not-so-distant future, it's quite likely that humans will be sharing the road with driverless cars, will be treated by autonomous surgical robots, and will learn through immersive virtual reality simulations. As you know, many people worry about the impact that AI will have on our lives. In particular, how will AI change the way we live, work, and connect with one another? Will it displace us? Will it make us irrelevant? Will it accentuate the disparity of opportunities and wealth in the world? And at a deeper level, how will AI affect humanity and ethical behavior? Ce sont évidemment des questions très importantes à nous poser si l'on veut bâtir un nouvel avenir bénéfique pour l'humanité. Mais malgré les possibilités de scénarios négatifs, moi j'imagine un avenir plein d'espoir et de potentiel. Et je maintiens cette perspective parce que je crois fermement aux qualités uniques de l'intelligence humaine. Throughout history, we've been awed and inspired by visionaries who could imagine new realities and new universes way beyond anything we could observe. Think of Albert Einstein and the theory of relativity. Think of the great Canadian writer Margaret Atwood and The Handmaid's Tale. And right here at McGill, think of Brenda Milner, who decoded some of the finer intricacies of the human brain without the help of the high-tech instruments that we have today. But for progress to be positive, it must come from a place of thoughtful reflection, environmental awareness, and of social responsibility. Using all the attributes of the complex human mind, not only logical reasoning, but also emotional intelligence, creativity, and compassion, we can take action to help create inclusive and caring communities. And again, we can draw from examples right here at home. Think of Charles Taylor, the great philosopher, or the head of Médecins Sans Frontières, Dr. Joan Liu. In a few moments, we'll be welcoming an inspiring person into the McGill community. A prolific scientist and an innovative leader, Peter Salovey is just as committed to excellence in his own scholarship as he is to fostering a community that encourages and supports excellence in others. Professor Salovey has put his intelligence at the service of society to nurture positive progress. And I believe that each one of you, in your own way, will use your intelligence to do the same. You're asking bold questions and using all facets of human intelligence to answer them. You're engaging with complex issues, taking action. You're ready for leadership. You're connected to your community, near and far, and you're eager to make a positive impact on the world. This new revolution driven by AI will not define you. You will define it. as you enter this new chapter in your life, do keep in touch. Vous faites maintenant partie d'une belle et grande famille et les portes de McGill vous seront toujours très grandes ouvertes. Revenez nous voir le plus souvent possible. Félicitations, congratulations.
Merci, Madame Fortier. We will now proceed with the presentation of the Faculty of Education Teaching Award. I invite Professor Dilson Rassier, Dean of the Faculty of Education, to present the winner of the Faculty's Distinguished Teaching Award. And I invite Professor Naomi Nichols to please stand and join the principal at center stage for the presentation of the award.
Madam Vice-Chancellor, I'm delighted to present the Faculty of Education's Award for Distinguished Teaching to Dr. Naomi Nichols. An assistant professor in the Department of Integrated Studies in Education, Dr. Nichols has shown excellence in teaching since joining McGill. She is known among students and her peers for her engaging learning environment, innovative approach to teaching, and for captivating her students with enthusiasm in the classroom setting and outside. Dr. Nichols is a dedicated and inspirational supervisor for the students who are encouraged to think critically and to engage actively in her participatory-based research. She is appreciated for contributing not only to her students' academic pursuit, but for fostering an accommodating environment, inclusive environment where ideas can be exchanged freely and discussed without any biases. She has stated that her passion lies on the interconnection between teaching, learning, education, and social justice. She is admired for her commitments to go beyond the classroom and profoundly impact her students, whether on academic or professional levels. Dr. Nichols is an emerging leader in the field of education, as shown by her engagement, active participation in the development of a new program in the Faculty of Education, a Bachelor in Arts in Global Education, Education in Global Context, where she will in fact be the first director when it's offered next year. Madam Principal and Mr. Chancellor, on behalf of the Faculty of Education, I'm very proud to present Dr. Naomi Nichols, the winner of the Faculty of Education Distinguished Teaching Award for 2018.
Thank you, Dean Rassier. L'Université McGill est ravie de célébrer les réalisations de Professor Peter Salovey. I invite Professor Rassier to return to the podium to present our distinguished guest so that he may have conferred upon him the highest recognition that is within the power of this university to grant. And I ask Professor Salovey to please stand and join me at center stage for the presentation of the honorary degree.
Mr. Chancellor, it's my pleasure to present to you Dr. Peter Salovey, a social psychologist, a world-renowned scholar, and currently the 23rd president of Yale University. For many years, Dr. Salovey has combined excellence in scholarship with a commitment to outstanding university leadership. An innovative and prolific scientist, he has authored and edited many influential books, which have been translated into 11 languages so far. Dr. Salovey has published hundreds of journal articles and essays focusing on human emotions and health behaviors. His work has shaped our understanding of emotions. He was one of the pioneers, or the pioneer, depending on what article you have read, in the development of the framework for what we know as emotional intelligence. This concept has crossed over from academic circles into the popular arena. His ideas are now heard on daytime media shows, he's cited in bestsellers, and his work is applied in schools, business, and rural society. A perfect example of linking academic research, science, applied knowledge that can be translated to improving the quality of life. Dr. Salovey is the founder and former director of what is now the Yale Center for Emotional Intelligence, And besides developing his own research, he has dedicated himself to mentoring and assisting in the career development of young faculty members. As an administrator, he has fostered diversity, equity, and academic integrity in university environment. He has overseen the expansion of Yale's undergraduate student body and the development of new academic priorities for the coming decades. Dr. Salovey has won 2 of Yale's most prestigious teaching awards and many awards from institutions around the globe. In 2013, he was elected to the prestigious American Academy of Arts and Science and the National Academy of Medicine. By illuminating the rich, complex way that our minds integrate the rational and the emotional, Dr. Salovey has helped to show us who we truly are, a critical step in understanding ourselves and ultimately in understanding each other. Mr. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Peter Salovey so that you may confer upon him the degree of Doctor of Law honoris causa.
I now invite McGill's newest graduate, Dr. Peter Salovey, to address Convocation. Dr. Salovey.
Chancellor Meehan, Principal and Vice Chancellor Fortier, Mr. Panda, Chair of the Board of Governors, proud families, guests, and most of all, members of the graduating class of 2018. Good afternoon to all of you. It is really a tremendous privilege to be here at one of the finest research universities in the world to accept an honorary degree. And I am very pleased to be joined on the stage today with one of my classmates from graduate school, Professor Jacob Burek, and one of my postdocs in my laboratory, who is now professor here, Professor Lindsay Duncan. I've had the pleasure of visiting McGill's beautiful campus several times in the past. And when I was last here, I took a stroll on Dr. Penfield Avenue, named for the eminent neurosurgeon and McGill professor, Wilder Penfield. And some of you probably know about Dr. Penfield's famous experiments on the brain. He was a pioneer in the field that we now call cognitive neuroscience. But you may not be aware of something else that he contributed, actually, to the game of American football. When I was a sophomore in college at Stanford University, I took a class on the history of psychology. And my professor was teaching us about Dr. Penfield and his work on the brain. And he told us that Dr. Penfield loved the game of football. And he coached football at Princeton University for a short time. And he developed a special way of kicking a football. And it became known as the Penfield kick. Now, I have a sneaking suspicion that my professor in college is the only person in the world who actually knows that story, if it's even true. But I thought I would give you, I'm guessing, did anyone know that story? I didn't think so. I'm guessing that will give you something new to think about when you walk on Dr. Penfield Avenue the next time. Well, what I want to say to all the graduates today, first of all, is that there's no way that you will remember that you'll know years from now what will stick that your professors may have taught you in college. For me, it was the Penfield kick. But truly, I'm quite humbled by this opportunity to address so many educators and future educators here today. And I'd like to say a few words about our shared mission as educators and as ambassadors for our great institutions of higher learning. Schools and universities are dedicated to the creation of knowledge and to sharing that knowledge with others. As scholars and researchers, we make discoveries that help people live more meaningful lives. And as educators, we seek to share that knowledge with our students, helping them to think and learn, preparing them for lives of leadership and service. It's an awesome trust they've placed in us. As president of Yale, I believe deeply in our mission of creating knowledge and sharing it for the world, with the world. And yet, I also believe that knowledge is not enough. New inventions, new answers, new technologies, these cannot be the sum total of our work. We must do more than create and transmit knowledge. We must foster understanding and empathy as well. I'm a social psychologist, and I've spent my career studying human emotions. I've always been especially interested in empathy, our ability to understand the feelings and perspectives of another. Empathy requires imagination as well as curiosity. Empathy asks us to jump perhaps the greatest divide in the universe between the distance between me and you. It demands courage, and it rejects fear and suspicion. Today, as perhaps never before, our public discourse cries out for empathy. Our countries, our communities, even our families can be deeply divided. In the United States, we see unprecedented levels of antagonism between our two major political parties, with people expressing fear and anger and frustration about those who disagree with them. In Canada, the issue may not be quite as dire, but on the world stage, polarization influences debates over issues such as migration, trade, and security. As educators, we foster empathy every time we help our students reach beyond their own experiences. When we ask them to understand how a character feels in a novel, or imagine how people lived in the past. When we encourage them to work together to solve equations or conduct an experiment, we need knowledge and empathy in order to tackle our greatest challenges. For what does it matter if we uncover new insights into our planet's climate, but the public is so skeptical of scientific experts that they discount the findings? What good is it if we discover a life-saving medication, but political discord prevents us from delivering it to those in need? What have we achieved if we prolong life, but people do not have the resources to live with dignity and security? Our responsibility as educators is immense, and the stakes are high. In 1953, during the Cold War between US and Russia, Soviet Union, Whitney Griswold, then the president of Yale, delivered a lecture at the University of Georgia. Griswold told his audience, "We are the best informed generation that ever lived, with the most primitive ideas of what to do with our information. We know how to blow up the world, but we don't know how to govern it." What a lesson for us today. As educators, we are responsible for imparting to our students information, stimulating lifelong learning, but cultivating empathy as well. We must prepare them for challenges that demand knowledge, but also wisdom and understanding. I can think of no vocation more deserving of your talents. Greater understanding is the source of all human achievement and the foundation of human happiness. It is also our best hope for creating a worthwhile shared future. And so I end with gratitude. Gratitude for your accomplishments and for the vital work you will do in the world. It has been an honor for me to take part in this day with you. Good luck to each of you, and congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Salovey. I think the reaction of the audience indicates how well your message was received, and we appreciate you accepting an honorary degree from McGill very much. We'll now proceed with the conferral of academic degrees. Professor Christopher Manfredi, Provost and Vice Principal Academic, will begin the formal proceedings.
Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. I am pleased to invite students graduating from the Faculty of Education for the conferral of degrees. This is a truly momentous event in the cycle of a university's life, particularly at McGill, where we have such talented and accomplished students. Each student crossing the stage this afternoon will be greeted by the Chancellor, the Principal, or the Chair of the Board of Governors. Students receiving their first degree shall remove their mortarboard. At center stage, they will be symbolically capped, signaling ceremonially the conferral of the degree. Students who have already earned a university degree keep their mortarboard on and will be congratulated by a tap on the shoulder. The parchment or degree itself is given to students after they have a photo taken and leave the stage. You may have seen some students wearing red or white scarves. All self-identifying Indigenous students, First Nations, Inuit, and Métis, are entitled to wear graduation scars at Convocation, in the community, and at any and all future McGill events that they attend. The red scarf is for those receiving a degree, and white for those getting a diploma or certificate. The feather has two meanings: respect for the person and the mark of an amazing or special event. The Confederacy belt signifies attachment to and respect for the land on which we live, and the turtle symbolizes the inclusiveness of all nations and respect for diversity. It is fitting that we recognize our Indigenous graduates in this way, just as we acknowledge that McGill University is on land which long served as a site of meeting and exchange amongst Indigenous peoples, including the Haudenosaunee and Anishinaabe nations. We acknowledge and thank the diverse Indigenous people whose presence has enriched this territory on which peoples of the world now gather. En vertu des pouvoirs qui me sont conférés par le Sénat de McGill, je déclare que les candidats dont le nom figure sur la liste officielle des diplômés de l'université, qu'ils soient présents ou absents, ont satisfait aux exigences de leur grade, diplôme ou certificat respectif. By virtues of the powers conferred upon me by McGill's Senate, I declare that the candidates whose names appear on the university's official list of graduates, whether they be present or absent, have satisfied the requirements for their respective degrees, diplomas, or certificates. By tradition at McGill, we begin with students receiving graduate degrees, followed by students obtaining undergraduate degrees. I now invite Professor Emeritus Bruce Shore to introduce the graduates, and Professor Dilson Rassier, Dean of the Faculty of Education, to congratulate all graduating students. Congratulations to the class of 2018. Félicitations.
Before we proceed, we would like to take a moment to recognize and honor a deceased McGill student whose degree is being awarded today with posthumous status and who was a valued member of the McGill community. McGill awards a posthumous degree to Brianna Delagran, the Master of Arts in Teaching and Learning. Brianna passed away on May 16th after a 3-year battle with cancer. Brianna's family and friends want to celebrate her great achievement in graduating with her licensure and Master's in Teaching and Learning that she accomplished in spite of major health challenges over the past 3 years. They are not with us today, but they are watching on the stream. Brianna had a passion for teaching and believed strongly that education can be a force for justice and equity. More than anything, Brianna wanted her students to learn to question and understand the important lessons that come from exploring history. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Counseling Psychology, Sarah Hushmand. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Psychology, Marie-France Côté. Amanda Sachs. Amy Jill Shapiro. Haley Dana Vaninsky. Hui Wang, the KB Jenks Prize. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Studies, Amélie Lemieux. Jessica Sada. Shujiao Wang. Rachel Zellers. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Kinesiology and Physical Education, William Ricardo Falcao. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in School and Applied Child Psychology, Paraskevi Engaros. Bianca Levy. Samira Mumni. Yogini Nath. Sarah Quirk. Glad you're here. Veseletsakova Vladimirova. Sarah Rianne Yatchison. For the degree of Master of Arts in Counseling Psychology, Shauna Andruzzi Hash. Nicholas Blaze Bone. Honora Lee Bourgault. Olivia K. Brown. Okay. Shannon Chirichilo. Laura Margaret Vanessa Cohen. Miranda De Rocher. Stephanie Kristen Gescher. Dakota Harland. Priyanka Kapoor. Nadia Lachichello. Tara Lutchman. Frances Ruth McTeague. Chelsea Moran. Just wait until I say your name. Tatiana Mudrakovsky. Rebecca Shemi. Is it Vasilenko? Thank you. Emily Wasilenko. For the degree of Master of Arts in Education and Society, Yachang Deng. Li Zhao Dong. Deborah Friedman. Daniel Gozan Taimani. Nelsie Patricia Gutierrez. Julia Giovanna Lorasso. Eric Sane. Qi Zhang. My wife's name is Bettina. Good name. For the degree of Master of Arts in Educational Leadership, Bettina Elizabeth Antal. Elad Benelli. Jamie Amanda Borenstein. Franceline Courtemanche. Josie Dadamo. Marwa El Markabi. Azadeh Javaherpur. Mathieu Larocque. Mark Mansour. David Morrow. Vanessa Motter. Thank you. Nikolai Nikolov. Okay. Yamit Ohayon. Nicholas Romano. Melissa Erin Skulnick. Samantha Sobel. Guy Nicholas M. Walker. Middle name Kaji? Okay. For the degree of Master of Arts in Educational Psychology, Vanessa Kaji Weva. Keddy Zhao. For the degree of Master of Arts in Educational Studies, Anurag Deer. Thank you. Aisha? For the degree of Master of Arts in Second Language Education, Aisha Mohammed R. Abakra. Sihong Chen. Danielle Alexander. Karen Mindy Chemtov. Eric Arthur Alexander Hutt. Yuting Yu. Jia Pu. Rukaya Shalabi. Haoqi Zhang. Xuan Zhao. For the degree of Master of Arts in Teaching and Learning, Letitia Andrews. You keep one. Lara Ann Artinian. Ronald Baxter. Brito? Jose Andres Brito. Christopher Brown. Michael Buffo. Michael Hugh Callisto. Dawan or Dawan? Dawan Chang. Sarah Isabel Contreras Wolf. Dumont or Dumont? Which do you want? Jennifer Lauren Dumont. Aaron Christopher Duroche. Joey Faria. Is that Joel? Yeah. Joel Joshua Gabe. Just one. You keep one. I keep one. Deborah Laura Gobin. Okay. C.J. Goldman. Joshua Gordon. Stavrula Govas. Rayana Hadef. Adam Hickey. Harrell or Harrell? Harrell? Duncan Harrell. Anna Iliakis. You keep one, I keep one. Yeah, you needed to get your diploma. Giovanna Maria Infante. Inga Ivanova. Karvaki? Gotcha. Jean-Pierre Joseph Karvatsky. Elizabeth Martha Kennedy. Matthew Wilson Paul King. Shanda Charmaine Lamonde. Marie Landreville Binet, the Phyllis Shapiro Teaching Award. Eric Logan Chesney. Last name Nakui? Roya Melissa Manuel Nakui. Jesse Walker Meredith. Apostolos Paul Moniodis. Giuseppina Nardi. Cici Huanghua Nguyen. Angela Marie Ortiz. Heather Elizabeth Porritt. Laura Elizabeth Quilty. Thank you. Christopher James Reed. Teresa Seminara, the Phyllis Shapiro Teaching Award. Yeah, keep them coming. Yona Shehu. Emily May Swear. Antoine Tétrault. Ariane Christine Tifraud. Stefania Vettere. Chuyi Zhao. For the degree of Master of Education in Educational Psychology, Arwa Abdullah Al-Raukan. Sifrina Tahiri Andrea Mananantina. Alisa Ray Archer Cooper. Okay. Jean Bosco Ningelima Bampembe. Thank you. Jennifer Benwalid. Carrie Bremner. Ruja Cheng. Is that Chirino? Stephanie Chirino. Colalillo? With an L? Okay. Olivia Colalillo. Thank you. Amina Jo DeVries. Chen Fan. Melissa Ferra. Dominique Catherine Ferland. Talisa Forlini. Alex Khalifi. Just one. Thank you. Ryan Galt. Julia Granito. Chrissy Halatsis. Chunling Huang. Last name Jie. Liang Jie. Thank you. Shangmin Kang. Stavrula Labos. Megan Littman. Yang Lu. Kuratulen Malik. Margarita Miseros. Sarah A. Newman. Amanda Elena Opedisano. Amanda Paniconi. Thank you. Megan Picado. Michaela Quinn. Thank you. Tang Tang. Shi Tao. Megan Wexelman. Shimei Zhao. Fadi Zigby. For the degree of Master of Science in Kinesiology and Physical Education, Christy Liu. Stephen William Murray. Lisa Weiss. Thank you. Maxana Weiss. For the degree, for the certificat d'études supérieures en pédagogie de l'immersion française, Samantha Mejian Fong. For the graduate certificate in educational leadership, one Tanya D'Alicio. Merci. Jacinthe Payet. Nathalie Jean-Maurice? Ah, okay. Okay. For the graduate certificate in educational leadership, two Natalie Morris. For the Diploma in Human Relations and Family Life Education, Rhea Jessica Lardizabal Gurnagul, Dean's Honor List. For the Certificate in Education for First Nations and Inuit, Wentanoran Autumn Bove. Ready? Shannon Lois Cross. Daibo. Lisa Ann Daibo. Know you. Tracy, yeah. Tracy Sheena Daibo. Sheena Hazel Mathias Zachary. Mary Alma Kawanararox McComber, Dean's Honor List. Roxanne Helen Malash. Lauren Robertson. Middle name Dara or Dara? Or DLA? Okay. Melanie Stacy. For the certificate in inclusive education, Carolyn Jane Andrews. Maude Bonneville, Dean's Honor List. Camelia Brown, Dean's Honor List. Oscar Alexander Casalas Nunez. Rebecca Jean Collin. Charito Ramos Garingo. First name? Gajani Candypan. Gurpreet Kaur. Juan Wang, Dean's Honor List. For the degree of Bachelor of Education in Kindergarten and Elementary Education, Bara Abul Hassan. Tracy Valerie Acton. Marcel Biton, Dean's Honor List. James John Bliss. Okay, go ahead. Natalie Berkulian, the Phyllis Shapiro Teaching Award. Ashley Cameron. Anastasia Karachisarlidis. Sabrino Castricato. Serena Yona Chis. Chloe. Thank you. Chloe Marie Corrado. Don't be nervous. Bianca Silvina Covarini. Tina Dardarian, the Miriam Connor Marcus Awards. Julia De Angelis. Thank you. Alina or Elena? Elena DeMarco. Adriana Di Benedetto, Dean's Honor List. Daniel Felipe Diaz Vargas, the Phyllis Shapiro Teaching Award. Lynn Duville. Jamie Danielle English. Raylyn Marie Estero. Jillian Frank. Gagne. Lisa Tracy Gagne. Sarah Gaia. Garon. Jessica Garon. Louise Janetti. Thank you. Girvan? Good. Okay. Larissa Girvan, Dean's Honor List. Goldstein or Goldstein? Thank you. Ryan Goldstein. Gomez. Agnes Gomez. Thank you. Jessica Rose Gorham. Christina Herrera. Kelly Taylor Hirsch. Elena Yatros. Catherine Katsaros. Elizabeth Amy Kelly. Devon? Thank you. Devin Kennedy, Dean's Honor List. Tala Khoury. Chrysula Koutsuris, Dean's Honor List. Kathy Sarah Kovacs. Jason Lalonde. Kathleen Alejo Laranjero, Dean's Honor List. Catherine Lee. Jareem Lee. Miranda Victoria Lem. Last name Leone. Lisa Leone, Dean's Honor List. Erin Jessica Lucas. Tanya Ludovico. Meridan Malik. Christina Marie Magnaniello. Alida Manoyan. Charisse Rosemary May. Amanda Meredith. Shirley Sarah Mir Youssef, Dean's Honor List. Carlene Crystal Reina Muleg. Anna Nguyen. Shauna Overbury. Kiati Patel. Victoria Carol Petch. Mia Pratico. Rivera? Liliane Rivera. Emmeline Robertson, Dean's Honor List. Last name? Roya? Sarah Eileen Roya. Gabriela Saba, Dean's Honor List. Alessandra Saloom. Samantha Ashley Savignago. Natasha Neta Sclavunos. Ashley Cho Shepherd. Rachel, I presume. Rachel Mary Smith. Sparks? Rachel? Rachel Emily Sparks, Dean's Honor List. Ortiz? Nicole Spear Ortiz, the Chantal Mallard Memorial Prize and Dean's Honor List. Sritar? Matula Sritar. Michelle Beverly Tappert. James Eric Telford. Isabella Terrassi. Amanda Crisa Tsituras. Van Dyke? Okay. Melissa Louise Van Dyke. Megan or Megan? Megan Fiona Verne Wilder, Dean's Honor List. Megan Vitelli. Margaret? Margreta? Margreta White. Rachel? Rachel Robin Wong, Dean's Honor List. Swan Tong? Swan Tong Wu. Zagari? Natalie Zagari. Zairi, okay. Adina Zairi, Dean's Honor List. Shu Ying Zhang. For the degree of Bachelor of Education in Kindergarten and Elementary Pédagogie de l'Immersion Française, Brittany Nina Alderman. Amélie Ball. Bucci? Angela Bucci. Adèle Quentin Tremblay. Chandni Kote Shah. Delaney Leduc? Okay. Sarah Wendy Delaney Leduc. Last name Denis or Dennis? Denis. Gabrielle Horrocks Denis, Dean's Honor List. Jasmine? Jasmine. Jessica Jasmine. Cassandra Karunaratne. Melanie Laurentino. Jérémy Legault. Yushan Lee, the Chantal Millard Memorial Prize. Sunmin Lim. Yeah, please keep on. Michaela, no Elizabeth. Is that what you want? Okay. Michaela Elizabeth Mathieu Gauthier. Alex Kelly McDonald. Tara Moseni. Chanel Paquette. André-Anne Parisien. Roy. Daphné Roy. Sandayev. Galit Sandayev. Go away. For the degree of Bachelor of Education in Music, Elementary and Secondary, Zinhuo Leon Yu. Thank you. For the degree of Bachelor of Education in Physical and Health Education, Shari Andal. Elias? Elias Asmaklis. Jessica Barrero, Dean's Honor List. Cassandra Benneter. Christine Emily Camozzi. Karina Caceres Burke. Simon Castonguay. Cucinotta, yeah. Michael Cucinotta. Melissa en français. Melissa Daou. In English, I presume. William Davidson. Catherine or Catherine? Catherine DeVita. Carrie Forg. Andréane Gendron. Camille Gravel-Mader. Pierre-Alexandre Grenier. Joël Houle. Yeah, I can do that. Okay. George Carcavillas. Tamara Knights. Neil William MacDonald Underwood. Marina MacDonald. Marie Love Michel. Michel Mimot. Last name? Benjamin Grant Mumme. Christina Pelosi. Thank you. Kelly Nicole Phelan. Quentin. Joëlle Stéphanie Quentin. Valerie or Valérie? Valerie Rosenoff. Cody Roundtree, Dean's Honor List. David. David Séguin. Rachel. Rachel Catherine Spencer. Alexander Stevenson. Jay Venna. Jay Venna. Lisa Chantal Vermette. For the degree of Bachelor of Education, Secondary English, Francesca Arcuri. Allison Cohen. Kaylee Dubé. It's getting loud here. Is it Megan or me? Thank you. Jessica Megan Gold. Rita Amanda Guerrera. Hammett, the last name? Hammett, yeah. Sebastian Daniel Hammett. I can get it. Emelisa Machiagodena. Michael Maltraversa. Mannard or Menard? Thank you. Emily Lynn Mannard, the McGill Alumni Society Prize and Dean's Honor List. Ah, okay. Maria Teresa Manzo. Amanda Joyce Montague. Maurizio? Julien or Julian? Julien Maurizio. Thank you. Pochandi? Kelly Laurence Pochandi. Loredana Scotto. Maxim Stevenson. Taylor Trepanier. Alyssa Maria Trifanopoulos. Sophia Tsinas. Renee Amber Shanice White Francis, Dean's Honor List. Is that Zemmel? Yes. Alyssa Zemmel. For the degree of Bachelor of Education in Secondary Mathematics, Anita Basso. Cassandra Racina Benoit Berardelli, the Phyllis Shapiro Teaching Award. Michelle Drolet. Giacchio? Giaccio? Julia Greco Giaccio. Ciccarelli? For the degree of Bachelor of Education in Secondary Science and Technology, Samantha Ciccarelli. Megan? Yeah. Megan Diaz. Avec plaisir. Nicolas Alexandre L'Espérance. Elise Paquette. Sabrina Pisaturo. For the degree of Bachelor of Education in Secondary Social Sciences, Jodianne Anake Allen. Thank you. Faria Bach. Mark Daltilia. Marina Di Pratola. Alessio Giancola. Is that Lefebvre? Yeah. Okay. Stephanie Adriana Lefebvre. Emilio Luis Leguizamo. Christian Petrakos. Thank you. Sydney? Sydney Fanny Purett. Drew Wolfson Bell. Soyoung Yu. For the degree of Bachelor of Education in Teaching English as a Second Language, Elementary and Secondary, Amina Bouzidi. Michel Brassard-Lahaye. Alexandra Maria Burns. Gadir Chihimi. Emily Denny. Jana Donaldson. Véronique Dubé. I know him. Joseph Elelu. A science teacher, Elelu. No, okay. Carla L. Elu. Susanna Fisher. Hypatia Beatrix Francis, Dean's Honor List. Keenan Kerr. Kevin Roy Lewis. Mayor or Meyer? Oh, you choose. You choose. Mayor. Thank you. Anna Mayer. Miel or Miele? Thank you. En français, Jonathan Vincent? English. Jonathan Vincent Miele. Jessica Louise Mills. Okay. Thank you. Alana Mulcahy. Piagino. Mia Marabella Piagino. Julian Pendenza. Vanessa Marie Claude Petch, the Jean M. Gwynn Award. Eloé Picard. Pichoneri? Catherine Pichoneri. Catherine Diane Polly. Jenica Sarah Siegel, Dean's Honor List. Is that Cison? Cison? Ina Christine Cison. Elisa Tipaldos. Philippe Vincent. Sunjun Yu, Dean's Honor List. For the degree of Bachelor of Education for Certified Teachers, Leslie Ann Edith Stacy. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology, Celia Abetch. Ariane Antoniti. Francis Alexandre Arguin. Rashid Barry. Okay. Okay. All right, you ready? Iman Benani. Really? Vanessa Bourget, Honors Kinesiology. Choi? Choi? Brian Choi. Anthony Cinquino, Honors Kinesiology. Emily Cohen-Malka. Olivia Julie Corriveau. Homa Danaï. Jocelyn Dubuc. Erickson Perez Evangelista. Audrey Filion. Noémie Fortin. Alexandra Gagné. Geneviève Gill. Allison Gu. Okay. Amanda Harash. Siobhan Henderson. Emily Claire Karolidis, Honors. Emily Lynette. Stanley Lee. Okay, just Michelle Lang. Michelle Yang, Dean's Honor List. Julien Marquette. Cameron Ritchie Mitchell, Dean's Honor List. Rayanne Louisa Norwood. Nisha Patel. Samantha, I'm sorry, Nisha had an honors in kinesiology degree. Sorry, I missed that. Samantha Emily Quinn, honors kinesiology. Dana or Dana? Thank you. Dana Chana Raful, Dean's Honor List. Yuna? Eva Rimac. Tracy Robichaud Lapointe, honors. George Romeliotis, honors kinesiology. Martin Luke Shee. Corinne Couture Theriot. Jamie Vanderberg. Dima Laura Wazan. Jiwon Yoon. Tianzi Zhao. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Shore. Another wonderful job reading everybody's name. Will the graduating class please stand? Je demande à tous les diplômés de se lever. In my capacity as Chancellor of McGill University, I declare and confirm that each of you is now entitled to the distinction of the degree, diploma, or certificate that has been conferred upon you, with all the honors, rights, privileges, and responsibilities that are pertinent thereto. À titre de chancelier de l'Université McGill, je déclare et confirme que chacun de vous a maintenant le droit à la distinction de grade, diplôme ou certificat qui vous a été conféré avec tous les honneurs, droits, privilèges et responsabilités qui y sont rattachés. Félicitations, congratulations. Secretary General, Ms. Edita Rogovska, has a few closing remarks.
Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Dear graduates, in closing, I'd like to offer a few words of Gabrielle Roy, one of Canada's great writers whose novels reflect her experiences as a teacher and provide some reflections, such as the one on friendship, with which I leave you today. Comme l'a dit Gabrielle Roy, presque tous les humains, au fond, sont nos amis, pourvu qu'on leur laisse la chance et qu'on leur laisse voir le moindre chance d'amitié. As you go forth in your chosen paths, keep your hearts open to friendship, to those who you meet along the way and share your journey with, those who support you and rejoice in the experiences that will surely come your way. En vous souhaitant le meilleur des succès, je vous dis bonne chance et bonne continuation. Félicitations.
Merci, la secrétaire générale.